So in this session, what we're going to discuss is like we're going to create a ALV report making use of object-oriented programming. Now we already have a lot of standard classes which we can make use of to build our ALV reports. We all know ALV stands for ABAP List Viewer, and in this we basically have a predefined syntax or predefined code that SAP has given just to pass the data through it and get the data in the desired and rich look format. That's it. Okay. So CL underscore GU underscore custom underscore controller is a standard class that we are going to make use of. Okay. This is a predefined class. Let me just once show you. This is for the container where the data has to come in the ABAP list viewer concept. So there will be a container that we'll design, and this will be helping us to go ahead with the container. So this is CL underscore GU underscore custom underscore container. Then we have CL underscore GU underscore ALV underscore grid. This is for the display of the data. This is a display of data. So to display the data, we are going to make use of this CL underscore GU underscore ALV underscore grid. So these are the two different classes that we are going to make use of and build our output in the ALV. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very simple OOPS ALV report now, wherein like we will first take the data from KNBK table. KNBK is customer bank details data. So we've got KUNR, BNKS, BNKL, BNKN. So to avoid the field catalogs, what I'll do is I'll first initially in this project, we are going to build a structure, a global structure, so that we don't have to build the field catalogs here. So I'll go for ZVA underscore ST KNBK, create. This is a structure. Then we have got this customer bank details. We have KUNR, type KUNR, name one, type name one underscore GP. Oh, no, name one is not that. BANKS, BANK. Okay, I'll just copy this. So to copy them, so you have to give Control Y. So when you click Control Y, you will be able to copy multiple fields. Others will not be able to copy it. So I'll go for this one as, I'll delete this. Okay, I'll go for this Control V. Oh, this is not, this happens to be again duplicate. Okay, BNKs, BNKL, and BNKK. So for that, we have these data elements. BNKS. These are the fields. I'll create this as a structure. Okay. Okay. 3. Okay, save control is. If you already have a package, you please save it in a package. Okay, Control F3. You can activate this. This is activated now, and once it's activated, we can go back and make use of this structure in our our program. So I'll go for SE38, build a SZVA underscore customer bank oops ALV. Okay, customer bank details. So I'll create customer bank details. In real-time projects, it's very important that you have to give according to what the client is expecting. So let's say in D customer bank details, let's say D should be small letters. You gave it as capital letters, then they will again resend it. They'll say you have to redo it. Okay, that's what will happen. So bank details, and then we'll go for this one as now we have to go for executable program only. Okay, we are going to make use of module pool, but we need to select as executable program only. Save, and then Here, what I'll do is I will create this. Okay, what I'll do is I'll go for data, IT underscore KNBK, types, type standard table of ZVE underscore, what is that? STKNBK, STKNBK, WA underscore KNBK, type ZVE underscore STKNBK, IT underscore FCAT, type. Okay, FCAT is not needed as of now in this project because we already created a global structure. We'll make use of global structure. Okay, so here we'll go for O underscore CON. This is for container. This is an object we are creating for container. Okay, O underscore CON, type ref to that standard container CL underscore GUI underscore custom underscore container. This is a standard class that we are taking into consideration. O underscore ALV type ref to CL underscore GUI underscore ALV underscore grid. These two are SAP standard class, standard classes that we are going to make use of. That's it. So these are the two things that we are mentioning, and then we'll go for select options. Select options S underscore KNR for WA underscore KNBK hyphen KUNNR. Okay. Then we have to go for select statement. Select. What are the fields that we have here? I'll just say Control V. No, not this one. I'll copy these fields. These are the fields. I'll copy them here from KNBK into table IT underscore KNBK where KNR in S underscore KNR. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, so this is the select statement that we have. After this select statement, we have to write this call screen 100. It can be any number, but we normally, it's a general practice that we write 100. We have to create a starting at 22. Now, why are we writing the starting at 22 and what will happen if you don't write that? I'll explain you when you have this output. Okay, so I'll double click on 100. It will go and create the 100 screen here. Just say okay. And now this is screen 100. No, let's say we have customer bank details. Then we'll go for this flow logic. And this we have to uncomment this one, uncomment this layout. In the layout, we can create the container. So in the layout, there are only two things that we'll create here. So we are going to go for this container here, select the container. We'll drag and drop here. Double click on this. And then I'll give this name as text one. No, container one. So I'll create this as here, instead of text, I'll give it as CONT container. Okay, I'm giving a name as container and save. Save. And I'll create another call push button. This one, PB1, exit, FC code EXT, save. No, it's not. Okay, so what are we going to do is we are going to, now we have given the name of the container CONT. So for exit, we are given this as EXT. Okay, this is it. And now I'll double click on this particular module, say yes in main program, say okay. And then we'll go ahead with the next one, control save, back, double click on this process after input, say yes, main program, say yes. Okay, so these two got created, right? Now is the program that we have to write for the ALV. So what we have to do is we have to go ahead and create object. Now, if you remember, we have two steps to create object. One is declaration part in the declaration, and then we have to write a create object here. Okay, so before this select statement, we need to make sure we have the startup selection, say save, and then we'll go ahead with this part wherein we'll write something like pattern. In this, we need to select the ABAP objects. If you remember, this call function we have used for calling the function modules, but now we have to select ABAP objects patterns and say OK. Here we need to create object, and here we need to write O underscore CON, the instance name, and the class name is CL underscore GU underscore ALV underscore custom underscore container. This is what we have to first write. Okay. And then once we write this, we need to go ahead and write the container name. See, remember in the SA51, we created a container and the name of the container that we kept is CONT. CONT. Okay. So then we have to go ahead with, once we write this CONT, we need to go ahead, go next into the pattern, ABAP objects, say OK, O underscore ALV, CL underscore GU underscore ALV underscore grade. Just say OK. Now this is also done. And here in the place of parent, we need to give the previous object name. Previous object name in the sense, this one, O underscore CON. O underscore CON. Okay, this is what we have. And once it's been done, now we need to create the, we need to call the method pattern ABAP object, say OK. And then we have to go for call method. And in the call method, we need to give O underscore ALV is the object name. CL underscore G underscore ALV underscore grid is the standard class name. And set underscore table underscore first underscore display is a method which is already predefined in CL underscore GU underscore ALV underscore grid. We can explore that and we can see what are the things. Okay. So if let's say we do not have set table for first display. Okay, so set table for first display is a method which we have to use here. And in this, all that we have to do is we have to just pass the IT underscore KNBK. This is where we have the data. And other than this, we have to pass the structure name here. So for passing the structure name, we have to uncomment the exporting. We have to uncomment the I underscore structure name. And here we just need to remove the structure name. And we have Z. So this needs to be in capital letters. And in the inverted code, ZBA underscore STKNBK. Save, syntax check, activate. So once it's been done, once this process is done, I'll just make sure that the screen also is active. It's inactive. So basically I need to activate this screen. And then I have to write the logic for that exit button. Otherwise, I will not be able to come out of the screen. So I will go ahead in the input. What I'll write is just like we have done in the previous project. We'll go for case SYUCOM. This is a system field. System fields, for system fields, Declaration part and the value updation also will happen by system only. For example, SY datum is there. System date will be updated automatically. Okay, then we have got in case when ext leave program. Okay, when ext leave program, this is what we have writing. That's it. So just have to save, syntax check, activate. Once it's active, we need to go for execute. So we can give some values. Say like give some 1,000, 10,000. Not sure if we have the values for it. Anyways, like we'll go for execution. You'll get a lot of fields here. Okay, and headings also. And you are getting it in the pop-up format. Okay, you can just move this pop-up anywhere. And this container, whatever the size of the container is decided by how we have drawn there. We'll click on exit button here. Okay, now this is what we have. And let's go ahead with now the, okay, so I'll just remove this 2, 2. If I remove this at 2, 2, then what will happen is like immediately this will stop working. So you will get the output, but you will not be able to move it. This is fixed. So when I say 2, 2, it will leave 2 spaces left side, 2 spaces on the top, and it will become an independent screen. So just to make it as independent screen, I just started this like this. That's it. And we can increase the size of that output as well later. So this is a program which actually demonstrates the concept of OOPS ALV. But going forward, we'll be making use of IDA-based ALV. IDA-based ALV means integrated development ALV. So this is something which we are going to discuss later point of time in the projects. Okay. Stop. There you go. You please practice this, and if you have any questions, let me know.